Hey guys, good morning. It is officially 2020, and I want to pop in here real quick and remind you that this is not just going to be a new chapter for you, it is going to be an act break. And I want to talk to you about the difference between a new chapter and an act break. A new chapter is starting over. It's new, but it's still hanging on your the spine of your story, right? You're still moving in a certain direction. It's building on other chapters. An act break, which is going to be your 2020. An act break is when everything changes, right? It's when the protagonist is thrown into a brand new world. It's when the story takes a brand new direction. And it's important, I think, to enter 2020 knowing it's going to be your act break year, right? It's not just going to be a chapter. This is a brand new decade, and everything that you've learned and everything that you've gone through in the last decade, you are building on, and it's gotten you to where you are right now today, not only in your physical life but also your internal life, where you're at emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, how you've evolved and grown as a whole and complete person. Now you are positioned to do things that you couldn't do before because of everything that you've been through that has brought you to this point in your life. I think if you go into 2020 knowing that it is an act break year, the possibilities are endless. And I think it's important to go into it with this mindset so you know that it's going to be a life-changing year. You know, I think a lot of times we go into a new year with residue, with dread, with worry, and not a lot changes because our mindset's not changing. So let this be an act break year. Ask yourself two things. One, what do you need to let go of for 2019? And I don't know, maybe it's maybe you need to forgive people. Maybe you need to forgive yourself. Maybe friendships have expired. Maybe relationships have expired. Maybe you have lost a job. I don't know. But whatever you're holding on to that you need to return or let go of, do that first. And I know that's a process, right? That's not just a decision. It starts with the intention, but that's a process. And then at the same time, what's the vision you want to walk into where you can start to not live in a panic state? And I say this because one of the biggest things that's happened to me in the last decade is I went from someone who always lived in a constant flight or flight, the sky is falling, panic, dread, worry. And so I wasn't really living, I was just existing. And that's why that's why good things didn't happen, and I was really miserable and angry. It took 10 years for me to, I think, finally, and this is kind of the closing of that in 2019, is to have less panic. I no longer believe the sky is falling. I'm not in a fight or flight state. I'm more calm. I'm more connected to self. And that, I think, is what changes everything, because then you become fearless. You start to believe something different. You start setting yourself up for new experiences that then start to shift your internal, right? That starts to shift your beliefs. So what do you need to do this year? Starting with this year and, of course, carrying it through to 2030. But what do you need to do to no longer believe the sky is falling? Do you need to draw boundaries? Do you need to start working on your relationship? Do you need to leave a relationship? Do you need to find a new career path? What do you need to do to start living instead of just existing? Because that's what's going to get you to swim and set yourself up for brand new experiences that change your beliefs and ultimately your life. What's up, guys? Happy New Year's. I hope you have a reflective, meaningful day with lots of treats and things that taste good but maybe not so good for you. And why not just do it today, and then tomorrow we start over. Want to end with how I started. 2020 is not just a new chapter, it is a brand new act break. Think about what you need to let go and leave in 2019, and ask yourself how you can start living where you believe the sky is not falling and you're not in a panic state, because only that will get you to create new experiences that then change beliefs and then ultimately your life. All right, guys, be well.